Saki to me.
Hey everybody, it's Detto. Welcome back to Psyche to Me. We're here with another episode. This one's about Miss USA and Miss America pageants and what kind of toilets they are. Oh man, wait till we get into this one. I got my girl Casey here with me. We're going to light it up. Stay tuned, find out. Check you in a minute.
Hey everyone, it's Casey. Just wanted to give a shout out to our fellow podcaster, Steve Pugh, down the road, Dads with Nerdy Ambitions. Check him out wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hey everybody, it's Detto. We're back here with Saki to Me with my girl Casey.
Hello everybody.
We got an episode today about Miss America and Miss USA and the pageants becoming defunct. But first, I want to take a quick moment of silence for my little buddy Doug, as he passed away the other day. He's one of our unsung heroes of the show. Kind of miss him, but hang on. Doug passed away. I'm kind of sad about it. It's the first episode we're doing without Doug, but that's enough of that. Let's get into the show. Anyway, Miss America.
Miss America.
What a toilet. An absolute toilet.
The whole program? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just exploitation. Moment after moment after moment after moment.
I mean, it's been around for a really long time, so a lot of people like it, I think.
Well, that's the question. Why has it been around so long?
I don't know. There's a lot of people that love the pageant world and that kind of thing.
I think we call them idiots.
I don't think that. I mean, I think a lot of people like it.
Why?
You like sports. Why do you like sports?
That's the point. I like sports. I like competitions.
Yeah.
And I think this is a toilet. I think it's a horrible thing to do.
It's just a different thing.
Why? Why do it? Like, what are you achieving through this?
I don't really know. I think they get scholarships and all that kind of stuff. What do you achieve by playing sports? It's kind of the same thing in a
Teamwork.
different way, I guess.
Working as a cohesive unit.
Okay.
Being a productive member of society.
Right.
I feel like Miss America and Miss USA just make you entitled.
No, I think they actually go out and do charity work and all sorts of stuff when they actually win, don't they? I'm pretty sure they actually do good. And
that's all in the contract.
Kind of make a career out of it, right?
I don't know. What is Miss America doing now?
Well, I think the reason we started talking about this is the one just resigned. Actually, 3 people resigned.
Yeah.
So that was really what this started as.
That's correct. And they should have.
You think they should have?
Well, they shouldn't have been in it.
Wow.
Shouldn't have ever been in it.
Why?
Because it's the Westminster Dog Show. That's what it is.
The dog show?
Yeah, you glamorize these creatures. Humans, dogs, whatever. I'm not calling the women dogs. I'm saying, though,
not.
But the dogs in the Westminster Dog Show on Thanksgiving, they're all prepped. They look good.
Right.
They're trained. They run around. They stay. They sit. They do everything they're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing to human beings.
I mean, I think a lot of people like to look nice and do that stuff. And I don't know how you go into the pageant thing. I've never been a pageant person or a
That's the worst part.
Person or that kind of stuff. But I know a lot of people that do dancing and dance competitions. And I was never into that. But my kids play sports. And that's, I don't know, I guess I think you can make an argument that it could go either way. It's kind of, you can either go the sports direction, you could do the dance, pageant, go on.
That's a dumb thing to say.
Why?
Because it can go either way, whether you're in a pageant or not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what's the difference? It's kind of just, it's a hobby or a career goal maybe that you have. If people want to become dancers or pageant winners and do good for, I don't know, the society, I guess. I think they do a lot of things like that. Or you could aim to be a sports professional or something. What's the difference?
The difference is you're degraded in these pageants.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
If everybody felt degraded, why do so many people do it?
Because that's what they've grown to know, and that's on the parents.
It's on the parent. You think the parents are telling them that they have to do that?
These people didn't just get called up by the Miss America organization and say, hey, come try out for this and see if you make it. No.
It starts young. I know
they started like 3 years old, so it's the parents. These are the parents that want to...
You have to decide to keep going.
These are the parents that want to be famous, and they're using their kids to do it.
Want to be famous?
Yeah. That's what it is.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
I don't think they all want to be famous, and I don't know that every child that wants to do this is because their parents are pushing them. I think a lot of kids probably choose to do things like that on their own.
I don't think at 3 and 4 years old, you're choosing to do it on your own. And you just say, Mom, I want to be in pageants.
I don't know. I think it's possible. And then once they start doing it and they decide they actually like what they're doing, that's the thing. It's kind of, you go to a dance class and they really like dance and they want to continue to go to dance classes.
Then,
Same thing. You go to soccer and you either like it or you don't. And
then why resign?
Apparently, it seems like the person that's running it is not a really great person. And I guess it seems that they're all starting to resign because of this one person.
Because of this one person. You don't think that they've come in contact with this type of person their entire life?
Oh, I'm sure they have, but now they're working directly for them, I guess. I'm not completely sure.
Every pageant coordinator is like this.
Yeah, they said something about mental health, that it's the...
mental health.
It's not good for their mental health, so they have resigned.
You worked at this your entire life to back out and blame it on mental health. You knew it was mental health years ago.
Apparently the main person, I think it was the actual Miss USA, whatever her message was, spelled out, I am silence. I guess they're not allowed to talk about certain things. I think they have contracts, obviously.
You really think she wrote that?
I have no idea.
You really think she doesn't have a publicist that wrote that for her?
Do they have publicists?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The pageant has something to protect.
True. They're not, and that's the thing. They're not allowed to just go say whatever they want to say.
No, they have publicists that do everything for them. They write everything. You know, you've seen how they make them stand up there and say stuff. How would you stop world hunger?
Yeah.
And they give their answers. You know they can't write something like that.
You think all of that stuff is written for them? I don't think that.
No. Not what they... I'm saying, you can tell that they couldn't write that where the first 11 sentences were, I am silent.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Somebody wrote that for her.
Possibly.
No, it's 100%.
Maybe she's really smart.
She could be. Yeah. I have no idea who she is. I've never seen her because I don't watch the stupid pageant because it's ridiculous.
I don't watch the pageants either, but I still think that it's something that people want to do. It's obviously been around for a really long time. There's a lot of scandals in it.
Why?
Why are there scandals?
Why has it been around for so long?
Because people continue to do it.
Rich white men.
Oof.
Rich white men. That's why. That's why there's so many scandals.
You think? I don't know. Only that's what you think.
When Donald Trump is involved with it, you know it's rich white men.
They say he's not involved anymore, but yes, he was for a period of time. Yeah, I don't know. They've talked about the whole thing being rigged.
I would be surprised if Harvey Weinstein was involved in it.
Jeez. What?
Seriously, that's what it is. It's a bunch of sick people.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a good thing too for some people. Like, if you have a goal and you have this dream to do this, they obviously work towards doing this. And they're obviously not all harassed their entire life, or not that many people. It would be way more controversies than there are.
When you were growing up, did you sit there and say, I want to be a beauty pageant queen?
I did not, but some people
How many of your friends did?
None of my immediate friends. I do know some people that do pageants, actually.
I know a person that did pageants.
Yeah.
And she's exactly like I'm playing.
Okay. I know a few people that have done pageants, but none of my immediate friends. I don't know that much about the pageant world. I have a lot of friends that do, their kids or whatever, do dance competitions and stuff, but which I find to be almost equally as strange in my world. But
dance moms, pageant moms, they're all the same. Who was that? Honey Boo Boo? What was her name?
Yeah.
Was
she a dance one?
I don't know. Her mother was a hefty lady.
And JoJo Siwa.
And then she lost like 300,000 pounds.
Jeez.
And
it was 300,000.
Well, so. she was fat, and then she was skinny.
Okay.
It was
I don't know that you should.
It was Honey Boo Boo.
Talk like that.
Talk like what? Being honest, she was fat, and then she wasn't.
Is that the one? Is Honey Boo Boo the one that was the dance, or is she pageants? She did.
I think she was pageants.
Okay.
That's the kind of parent you get.
You know who else did pageants?
No names.
You know that girl out in Colorado that.
Oh, John Benet Ramsey. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's dead.
Yeah.
Her
mom was a pageant mom. So I think there are people that were pageant moms. People.
There's a good chance her mom thought she was getting ugly and killed her.
Oh my God. That is awful.
Well, it could have been.
I don't.
It's a theory.
A theory you came up with? Because I
just
don't
right
think
now.
I've ever
Absolutely
heard that.
just right now.
Yeah, I don't.
As you said it.
No.
Well.
Wow.
It could have been.
I don't think that's the case.
Well,
I don't know. They never solved that. I don't know who killed her, but I wouldn't think it's because her mom decided she got ugly.
To be honest, I think they think it was the brother.
I actually saw that too.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or false.
Right.
But I think that's what they believe.
Yeah. Which makes sense. But yes, and I think her mom actually did pageants her whole life, and then the kids get into it. And
look what happens. Your kid ends up dying. Oh, it's a great world.
Yeah.
Let's not even get started with body shaming. What does that do for young girls? See these women up there, and then you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't look like that.
Yeah, I mean,
how's that any good for any woman?
I know, but that's everywhere. That's everything.
I agree with you on that
That's
one.
not just. Yes, that's not just pageants. That's everywhere.
So I mean,
it's life. You just called somebody fat.
I did. That's why she had her daughter in the pageants. She was living through her.
I don't know.
She's like, I'm going to go over here and have a cheeseburger, and then
you go do some pageants.
You go do a pageant, and then I'll yell at the other mothers and tell them why they stink.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not going with that one.
I didn't watch the show. I'm just imagining this.
I didn't actually watch that either, so I don't know that much about that one. But
it's bad enough I even know her name.
You did know her name pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
Maybe you did watch that.
No, she was all over the place for a while.
She was.
I can't remember her mother's name. It was like June.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what it was. It doesn't even matter anyway. But the fact of the matter is, these pageants are ridiculous. At least with the dogs, they don't really understand to have their feelings hurt. You think coming in second place after you went through all that work is fun for these girls? Probably
not. Who wants to lose? But
right.
Yeah.
But having to put up with all that mental stress and all that stuff,
right,
and then to win and give it back for your mental health, that just doesn't make sense. I can't wrap my head around it. Maybe I need mental health.
It's a lot of things like that people think they want something, and I guess then they don't. Once you get there and you get this dream and you realize it's not all it's cracked up to be, maybe.
Don't you think that's a toilet?
A toilet.
You get there and you just find out it's a piece of crap?
Maybe. I don't know. I agree. It's strange that they're resigning, but at the same time, you don't want to work in an environment that, the whole time they're trying to win these pageants, it's not like they're working for somebody necessarily, and then you get into this role and you have to do certain things, and now you're answering to people. It's
not just these major pageants that are like this. It's every pageant that is like this.
Really?
So they're already conditioned to it. Maybe in the very beginning they do it. Oh, look how cute she is. Oh, she's adorable. And then as you go and you continue to do it, it gets ruthless, more aggressive, more cat fighting, just bickering back and forth. Who's better? Oh, this girl did this, and can you believe that mom did that? Right. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse as you go all the way up. And then it really culminates at the end of it, up here at the top of the Miss USA and the Miss America pageants.
Right, but when they have parades and stuff, and they have the town pageants and your Miss whatever town you live in, right? They don't have actual jobs that they have to go to. Yeah, they show up at a few things. That's really it, especially when they're little, right?
But that's where it starts. And you're starting these people, these women, these girls, these women, at 4, 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
And you're putting them into this competition that they don't understand. And it's not even like it's baseball or soccer or softball. It's cunning, ruthless kind of competition. And everybody's out for themselves. There is no teamwork, and you have to figure out how to be as ruthless as possible to get through it. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, I guess it's the same thing, though. You put your kid in anything, and if they tell you they don't like it, they don't continue, right? Most people, I would say, I guess that's how I...
That was my point. How many times have these girls said, I don't want to do this anymore, and the parents said, no, keep going.
Yeah, I guess
keep going.
We don't know what that answer is.
I think it's every single one of them.
Yeah, I said, my daughter did dance. She stopped doing dance because she decided she didn't want to do it anymore. That was what it is. She's continued certain things, not others.
Your daughter isn't in pageants.
Same way. I know nothing about pageants. I wouldn't even have known how to even start that, but that was not my thing. And she's never asked to do anything like that.
You're better off.
So, but I think the same thing about sports, though. I think there's a lot of parents that didn't have their sports career, and they're trying to get their kids to live out those dreams and want them to be way better than they are, and then it gets to a level where when they're little, it doesn't matter if they have talent or not, and then they get to the age where they start to see what other people are doing, and it does become kind of a competition, doesn't it? Even though you are on a team and you have to work as a team.
That's what you're taking out of it, that you're working as a team. That puts you in the workplace, in the real world, and you understand how to work as a team. In a Miss America pageant, you only understand how to be conniving. You don't understand how to work as a team because you have to fend for yourself in the entire time.
Conniving. I mean,
you have to be out for yourself, and that's it. So if that's what you're learning as you're growing up, you can't survive out in the work world. You'll get killed.
I don't know. I think they probably learn a lot of things along the way as well. And I think they do all work together. It's not just I think there's still a bond and a connection and things that they're working together. It's not just
the hugs
each
alone
their
at the
own,
end of
that's
it is they're so fake and so stupid. You know the girls hate each other.
So you do watch the pageants.
I don't watch the pageants, but I watch the replays or whatever when they have it on the news the next day.
Right.
The reviews or reports or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're hugging and they're ass out hugs.
Well, they wanted to win, so
One girl's crying, the other girl's smiling, which leads me to believe that they already knew what was going to happen, which means it's rigged.
well, that's another thing that comes up.
It's
a lot.
definitely rigged.
They've said it's rigged. So, that was one of the accusations a few years ago, I think, and probably over the years it's come up more than once.
That could go either way, because that could be just a jealous person upset saying
Exactly.
it, or it could really be happening.
Or maybe it's happening, but
But you can see they probably train them to cry if you win. And then the other one's just sitting there like this. Good job, congratulations. And then walks off the stage. No crying, no tears, no nothing. This girl's bawling her eyes out because she won.
Well,
Would
happy tears.
I'm not saying they're not happy tears, but they're tears you knew were coming. So you had to put on a show. You had to learn how to cry.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know whatever came of those. If it ended up being that they found any indication that it really was a rigged situation, and they knew who was going to win.
Oh, it's
or
definitely rigged.
You're going with definitely, huh?
100%.
I don't know.
And it all comes down
I
to
never
sex.
followed it enough to even know. There's been a lot of sexual harassment accusations as well. So but I guess that kind of industry, I would assume, does have more of that than
Rich,
other things.
white men.
Ugh. I don't think they're the only ones that do things like that.
Well,
Only rich white men.
poor
I don't
white men
think so.
can't because they can't get in that position. They're poor.
To be what, in a pageant? What do you mean, in a pageant?
The rich white men that put the pageant together.
Oh, they put the pageant together, yes. I'm just saying, I don't think only rich white men are the ones that sexually harass people and do things like that. That's what I was saying.
Oh, no.
Definitely not.
But anybody in that kind of power, in that kind of position, was like, I can have you win this if you want. You just have to do this, that, the third. Where he blows my skirt up, tell you that for free. And then
boy.
there's so many problems that come out of this pageantry stuff. I can't believe it still exists. It does nothing good for anyone. Let's put it this way. The only person that benefits from it is the actual winner.
Well, and they're the ones that are now backing themselves out.
And they're backing out. So 49 other contestants lost. So you didn't do anything good for them. And now the rest of the nation who's watching this and seeing these girls up there are wondering why their bodies don't look like that. So you just ruined all their lives too. Now they have complexes.
Ruining their lives, I think, is a little bit of a
You gave a complex.
stretch. It's possible, yes. But it's also a goal for some people, maybe, that I don't know.
If that is your goal in life,
it's
you
not
might want to
really.
redefine your goals. Seriously.
I know, I wouldn't really want my daughter to. I don't think it ruins lives. I think that's an exaggeration.
I don't think it helps anything. I think it's a piece of crap product. I do. And don't get me wrong. I enjoy looking at the girls. Especially in the swimsuit wear.
Oh, of course
You know what I mean? But there you go. I'm a poor white guy. So
Right. So
that's just a point.
yeah, and that's looking at the girls in swimsuits. That's definitely not the idea that most people want to think about is why they're doing these pageants is to show off their bodies in swimsuits.
That's correct. And that's why people actually watch. That's why women's volleyball, women's beach volleyball in the Olympics is such a big event.
Really?
Yes. Oh yeah. I don't watch because I want to watch a women's beach volleyball.
I didn't realize a lot of people watch beach volleyball, so I guess this is a new thing. Wasn't it a few years ago that somebody tried to have uniforms that were different than the regular bathing suit, whatever they wear? And they told them no.
I wonder why they didn't.
Yeah, I guess that you're probably right on that, which is, I don't want to agree with you, but...
No, I am right. People are sick and twisted, and this is what they put on TV. And
that's because that's what people watch. You want to watch that. I don't want to watch that, though, so it's not everybody. I don't need to watch girls in bathing suits. I don't care. It makes no difference. I'll watch it, but that's not the reason I'm watching it.
We get back to where I was saying. Who watches it? Men.
The pageants?
No.
I think a lot of women watch that stuff, too.
And have problems and complexes. Men watch it because they want to see the swimwear competition.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's how it goes.
But I think a lot of women watch it, and they're not just watching it for bathing suits, and they're not all having a complex about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not all of them, but it's the vast majority.
I mean, doesn't everybody want to wear a crown? No?
No, I don't. I'm happy if I just get a paycheck. That would be my crown.
Well, they get paid, right? The winners get paid, they get contracts. I think they actually can get scholarships and stuff for school too, right? There are benefits to...
If there are no
the
benefits, they guise you by allowing you to think that this is like a good thing. It's not. It's a horrible, horrible thing. It sucks. And it should be taken off the air. And I'm glad it's imploding. I'm glad it is.
But there's been controversies over the years, and it's still there. So I doubt that this is really going to be the one thing that takes it down.
I don't know. I think rich white men are becoming afraid. I think it might go away.
Really? I don't know about that.
Who wants to deal with this kind of like allegations?
I agree, but if you read about this stuff, there's no rich white men mentioned in the controversy at this point in time.
No kidding.
It's a woman that's running it.
No kidding.
So
who put the woman there?
I don't know.
Bunch of rich white men.
I don't know, maybe. But as of this time, it's not only men that are running it, and it's not only men that have the issues. So I don't think you can blame it all on that.
I can blame it on whatever I want.
Well, I mean, of course you can, but that doesn't mean you're right.
Either way, the two pageants have faced numerous controversies over the years.
They have.
And they're going to continue.
Right.
And with everything going in the way it's going, it's all changing. From hashtag Me Too till now,
yeah,
everything has changed. And you're going to see Miss USA is not going to be like it ever was again. And it might even just go away altogether.
I think it might change a little bit, but I bet it doesn't go away. It's been there around for so long, and I don't see it just disappearing.
What I should have checked are the ratings on TV to see whether they're declining or not, if they're going down.
Yeah, I didn't look at that.
And what they even are, how high they are.
I don't think I've ever watched a full pageant, so
I don't think I've ever watched...
I don't know if I've ever watched any real pageant. I've watched whatever that movie was with Sandra Bullock. The pageant one.
I don't know, but all of this is just tarnishing it again. And it's really a horrible, horrible product. It's not cool. And I'm sorry to anybody out there that's listening.
There's a lot of people that are all about that. But a lot. I'm
telling you now, get out. Get out. And get out as quickly as possible. Just stop doing it. Cold turkey. It's like smoking. Just do it. Just don't put your kids through that. It's awful. It's
what if your kid insists on it? They really want to do it and they love it.
I forgot what my kid wanted to do and I just said no. Oh, I'll tell you that story later. But
okay.
I was like, no, this is stupid. So it was cheerleading.
Okay.
And got into it. Mm-hmm. She was doing it and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, this is awful. This is horrible.
Why?
And we took her out.
But why was it awful?
Because everybody was a bitch. Everybody was a bitch.
Like everybody on the team?
Yep. Parents, kids, all of them. Every single person involved in it was a bitch.
Oh.
And I didn't like it. And I may have sort of said that to him.
Okay, so then you kind of had to take her out.
We had already taken her out. So, but and not that many words. It was like, no, you guys are just terrible people.
Wow.
And left.
Okay.
She wasn't having fun. It didn't really want to do it anymore.
So she didn't want to do it anymore.
No, but she didn't want it because it was becoming. It wasn't that she wasn't good at it. It was she was being picked over, and it was because of the body shape.
Okay.
And then she felt shamed. And I was like, you guys are awful people.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
So that's why I say all this. That's my thought on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at the end here now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss USA, Miss America both suck. I'm sorry for all those beautiful ladies that go through it. I know you're probably wonderful people. I'm not saying anything about the contestants. I'm not. I'm talking about the pageant only. Mm-hmm. The pageant is a toilet. And if you can, avoid it at all costs. Because other than that, you're in for a rough ride.
Yeah, it seems so.
That is a toilet. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Thanks for joining us again on Sakatumi. Have a good time, and as always, be good. Hey everybody, it's Detto. I just want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Larry over at legendarygraphics.com. He's the one that came up with our logo. Came out fantastic. He does amazing work, and that's legendarygfx.com. Look him up.
Sakatumi.
Hey everybody, it's Detto. Thanks for checking out the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to us. We can hook up, interact. You can tell us what you like about the show. Talk about what you don't like about the show. Give us information and insight. We'd appreciate it. We only want to make the show better for you guys. Also, if you get a chance, head over to sumassembly.net. That's our sponsor, and you could really use some business. All right? As always, everybody, be good.
Sakatumi.